I'm a little nervous about this, but I feel like it is the right time to start doing these videos. I feel connected to the collective, so this video doesn't have any hashtags. It's just meant to find the people that are meant to hear it. Trusting the universe to connect this video with whoever it's meant to connect with. Because I know that you have been feeling like you're in the waiting space. I don't know if you've read the Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places We Will Go. There is a place, a waiting place, where everyone is just waiting. And I know you feel like you've been in that place. Like you're just waiting for something big to happen. You know it's going to happen. You feel it. You've been feeling it. That feeling in your chest and in your gut that something's about to happen. Something big is about to happen. But you've been sitting in this place of waiting. And in a lot of ways, you've been telling yourself that you haven't been waiting, but you've been preparing. And in some ways, that's true. In some ways, you have been preparing, you have been resting, you have been resetting. But you have maybe allowed yourself to stay in the waiting place longer than you need to. You probably know the steps that you need to take. You probably already have the concept in your mind that you want to create. And you already know the steps that you need to take. You may have even taken a couple of those steps. But you're still kind of waiting. You're still kind of waiting like for the perfect moment, or for a sign, or for something to come together exactly how it's meant to come together. Like you're waiting for that aha moment. And I think what you have to realize is that like you are the aha moment. You are what makes the wheels start to turn. You are the one who walks yourself out of the waiting place. There is no sign, there is no, like these are all these things that you have started, or all these ideas that you've had for a while that have been, in your head for months or years. Those are all the signs that are being sent to you to come out of the waiting place. Those ideas that you can't let go of, that have just plagued you for months or years. Or those little thoughts, those little ideas that you get excited about on the day-to-day. Or that person that you want to be, all the life that they're living. Those are your signs. Those are the signs that you're supposed to be paying attention to say, like, here's a way. Here's one step out of the waiting place. Here's another step out of the waiting place. But you still have to take the steps. And I think you've gotten all the signs that you need. You've gotten all the information that you need. You don't actually need to wait for more information. What you need to do is start taking steps. And I think that's a little scary for a lot of people, because these are big dreams or big ideas that you want to create, and they mean a lot to you, and you've been holding them for so long that it's like, how do I now bring this into reality? But the truth is, you have all the tools. You have all the tools that you need. You have all the information that you need. And you just have to move forward with it. You can't keep hanging out in the waiting place thinking that it's going to happen for you or that perfect alignment's going to come together. Like, you are the alignment. You are the perfect alignment. And that's why you're having these ideas, but you still have to step through those doors. The doors aren't going to step through you. You have to step through the doors. So you're connecting with everything that you need. Like right now, you're connecting with everything you need to build that thing that you want. You're connecting with everything that you need. Like, life is throwing, like, the way I imagine it is like that story of you know, the guy who was lost at sea, and like, you know, he's praying to God, like, please save me, and then, you know, a lifeguard shows up and he's like, no, God's gonna save me. And then you know, a submarine shows up and he's like, no, God's gonna save me. And, you know, he passes away, gets to heaven, and God's like, what? I sent you this, I sent you this, I sent you this, I sent you all these things, and I was trying to save you. So same thing, you have all these ideas, and that is actually your sign. These ideas that you can't let go of, these ideas that kind of get you excited and nervous, they make you, you know, anxious, I guess. You're excited about them, you know they're great, you know they're going to be great, but then you're also nervous about it. And those ideas, that's the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that's the hand reaching out like, here, I'm here to save you, here to get you out of this waiting place. But you have to walk out the door. So you got to take those steps. Whatever the steps are, you know what the steps are for your situation. You got to take the steps, though. You got to actually follow through on it. And it's not going to be easy, but you got to take it day by day. Right? Just day by day. You only got today. You only got today. And if you cross off one of the items on the to-do list to get you where you want to be, then it was a successful day. Celebrate that. Call it a win. Right? Don't forget to celebrate. That's the other thing, is like, whatever it is that you're striving towards, like, you should celebrate every step. The universe wants you to celebrate every step. You know, the gods want you to. God wants you to. All of it. They want you to celebrate every step. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate every single little win. So every time you check something off that list, celebrate it. It's worth celebrating. You're taking a step towards the life that you want. You're literally manifesting when you do that. You know, it's like the whole idea of manifestation is not really that woo-woo. It's believing you can get somewhere and then taking the steps to do so. Being the person who gets there. You want to win an Academy Award, you start looking at what were the steps that someone took to get an Academy Award. What was the mentality that they had? Right? How did they view themselves? What training did they put their mind through? What training did they put their body through? How did they talk about themselves? What story did they build about themselves? That's all it is. It's so simple, right? The story that you build about yourself, and then living that story. That's all that manifestation is. So you have everything you need. As long as you know your story. As long as you know where you want to go. And I think that's where so many people kind of get screwed up, is because they don't see where they want to go. Or they don't see it clearly. Or they don't see the steps that someone who went there successfully took. So you have to pay attention, right? It's a lot of observing. It's a lot of learning. And that's why it's the whole idea of the ego death, and like, you know, letting go of the ego is so important. Because you pretty much have to open yourself up to a new way of thinking. If you want new results. If you want to get to that place that you want to get to. That you know you want to get to. You have to know it, and then you have to act like it. And then things start falling into place. The hardest part is when things don't fall into place, still knowing and still acting like it. Even when everything isn't coming together how you expect it to, even when things are coming together wonky, the puzzle pieces don't quite fit, you know, one corner's been torn off, and so it's like you got a little gap there and stuff, and there's little, but while all that's coming together, you still have to maintain everything. Maintain your intention and maintain your presence to get where you want to go. That can be anywhere, you know? You want to be the person who climbs Mount Everest. It's so easy when we look at athletes, right? Because we can be like, this is their training regimen to become this professional athlete. Could you handle this training regimen? Kind of the same thing with anything else. What is the training regimen to get to be a billionaire? What's the training regimen to get to be whoever or whatever, right? What's their mental state, their physical state? Who do they keep around them? All of these elements play into it. But it's very easy with sports. You have like a very specific goal. And I think that's where people really struggle with bringing things into their reality, is they don't have a specific goal. They're kind of like, oh, I don't know, I just want to make money. I just want to be famous. The more specific you get, the more like of a very specific idea you build, the stronger the manifestation will be. And the more you believe in that, and the more you act like the people who have followed that path, the faster it will come in. So yeah. That kind of went on a weird little route that I didn't expect it to go on. But I'm just flowing, you know. I don't do a lot of these videos, but I felt like, I don't do any of these videos, but I've been feeling recently really drawn to do these videos. I feel like every time I connect with somebody face to face in my personal life, I am connecting with energies who are resonating with where I am at and with a lot of the messages I'm receiving. So statistically, there's probably a lot more people that are resonating and feeling like this. And so I figured, let me come out to the internet and try to connect even more and see if there are other people that can benefit from these messages. Because again, the people I've met in face-to-face have benefited or have resonated or have added something. So I hope if you're watching this, please comment if you want to add anything, if you want to share what's been going on with you. You know, I think that we're here for each other, like here on Earth. I have some really weird theories about Earth and humans and why we're here, and I mean, if you want to hear about that, that'll be in like later videos. I can get weird with you guys. But yeah, you know, I think we're here for each other, right? I think that at the end of the day, it's like, what's our purpose on Earth? And, you know, what are humans for? I think it's for each other. I think it's to experience each other. We don't know of any other way. I'm trying to say this right. We don't know of any other way to experience each other, if that makes sense. Because if we, I don't want to sound goofy right now, but like if we were here as a dog, we wouldn't be able to experience each other as humans. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. Because I feel like you could come as a dog and experience humans as a dog. But the point is, I think that we come here to experience each other, to experience other consciousnesses, or to experience the separateness of consciousness. Where we come from and where we go back to is a oneness, a whole consciousness. I guess I'll just get into it now. Where we go back to, what I believe is where we go back to, it's like a whole consciousness. Like we're one. When we are not born yet, or after we die, I think we go back into the one. And I think we come into the human experience to know what it's like to not be part of the one. Because finding the one, rejoining the one, like finding oneness as a human, is one of the most intense and magical experiences. And it can only be experienced as a human. This coming back to the oneness. When we enter our human body, we leave the oneness. We feel what it's like to be an individual and to feel separate. And if we're lucky, at some point in our lifetime, as humans, we get to feel what it's like to be one again with everything. I know that's quite woo-woo, but I feel like we do that on repeat. Like we keep coming back because the chance of finding that as a human is such an intense and magical experience that it's like we'll do it again, and we'll go through all the suffering again and again and again just for the chance of maybe finding oneness as a human. But yeah, that's just one of my crazy theories. Obviously, I have nothing to back that up, but it feels good and warm in my soul. So I believe it's true. I believe it's true. I think we've been here a bunch of times. I think we keep coming back. And this experience, this human experience, is very much so voluntary. And every time we come back, we're not going to remember. Like, we know we're not going to remember. And that's kind of part of the point. That's kind of the point. But yeah, so weird video. I feel like whoever sees this will get it, though. Whoever sees this will get it, and this will reach the right people. And maybe I'll do longer ones at a different time. But I feel all silly now. I feel like giddy and like kind of tapped out. Like I need to take a nap. Is this what it's like? I do have to put out there that I've been watching a lot of these two other medium, sensitive people who are connected to the same, I think, who are connected to the same energies. I'll go ahead and tag their YouTubes because I really like them. I feel extremely connected to them. And of course, I'm not remembering either of their names right now because I'm the goofball and a face person, not a name person. I can picture them both perfectly. I'll tag them. Because if you resonate with this, you probably resonate with them as well. And I'm big fans of theirs. So, alright. This has been weird. But hopefully this helps someone. Alright. Love you. I'm like trying to get it all the way to 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Flip my hair. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe if you resonate, because I'm definitely going to be posting more of these. I think think it's what I'm supposed to do. I guess my last thought is follow your gut. Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Nope. Not your brain. Not your heart. Your gut. Looking at you.